and wanted to be human in inhuman times. Or whatever, she was just stupid in times that have no mercy for stupidity. I cannot decide which epitaph will look better on her tombstone. But we are the people that make this inhumane time. Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 19? 18? I'm not entirely certain. Welcome back to another episode. So great to have you again. So, in the last episode, we have lost some support, unfortunately. Especially with aristocrats, we need to be careful. Also, Robespierre himself came and said we are too lenient and we need to be murdering more people. So, yeah. Something to keep in mind as we do our verdict. If we look at this, oh wow, everyone wants her dead. Our family wants her alive, but the others want her dead. Like, we lose a lot of support if we do this. Let's look at what's being said. I meet Annette, a 19-year-old orphan who is currently employed at a loom shop, is accused of being a monarchist. Prior to the revolution, the defendant was working as a kitchen maid in the Parisian residence of Xavier de Borda, the Baron of Lezine, who was a sworn supporter of Citizen Capet. After the beginning of the revolution, he was accused of plotting against France. However, because of insufficient evidence, he was only stripped of his title and fortune. Danae was denounced by the head of the loom shop, 56-year-old Louis Berthier. He accused her of supporting monarchists and having counter-revolutionary views. Aimée allegedly committed theft of groceries from the loom shop pantry. It would have been an ordinary crime if not for the fact that she had then handed the food to Xavier de Borda. After his trial, the former baron started living on the street, dressed in rags and begging for bread. The crime was witnessed by another worker, 51-year-old Barbara Covey, who also worked at the baron's residency. Though only for a short period of time, she testified to having seen Aimée take bread and cheese from the pantry and give it to Borda. He also nagged other employees of the loom shop, asking them to bring him food in exchange for money. The former aristocrat was arrested for vagrancy. During the interrogation, he confirmed everything that we had previously established. However, he denied recognizing Aimée and offering her anything for the food. Okay, so basically, she's the former employer of a baron, and after he was stripped of everything, she stole some food from his former house and gave it to him so he wouldn't starve in the street. What a terrible crime. She should totally be murdered for that. Money for food is an accusation. It is. Bonjour. Damn it, I clicked on her. Don't waste the guillotine on her, bring her to us. The defendant wanted to be human in inhuman times. Or whatever, she was just stupid in times that have no mercy for stupidity. I cannot decide which epitaph will look better on her tombstone. But we are the people that make this inhumane times. Citizen, what is your name? I'm Aimée Danae. What can you say in your defense? I didn't do anything. She's obviously lying. The files contain a detailed description of her reason for trial. Citizen Danae, the principal of the weaving shop, claims that you were helping a sworn counter-revolutionary, Xavier de Borda, the former Baron de Lezine, with food. I just fed a poor man. I didn't mean no harm. Why do you not feed a child instead of a former rich man? Should I pity an old man less than a child? She's lying, as monarchists always do. Okay, money for food, it's the motive actually. Theft of groceries is the accusation. Supporting monarchists is counter-revolution. And it's the accusation. Baron de Lezine is counter-revolution? Okay, we got the questions. Do you support the revolution? Yes, although no more than others before the cupboard is bare. All because in the past you were among the privileged who spent their time in palaces. During the Ancien Regime, we didn't even have cupboards. If only you could have seen how we lived in those places. So the revolution has disappointed you and you decided to help its enemies. No, I just fed a beggar who asked for a slice of bread. That beggar was the former Baron Borda, recognized by the court as an enemy of France and its people. The Baron had really changed. He's skinny, grey-haired, looking like he would faint any minute. I wonder if I ever took pity on anyone. You gave belong to you. How long did you work for the former Baron? Did he pay you for it? A kind word, what else would a starving beggar have to give me? The only other thing he could offer would be lies. Witnesses claim that he promised you a lot of money from his hidden treasure. He was going crazy from hunger. Why would he live on the street if he had money? Why would you believe such a thing? That is true. People like him always have some gold hidden. Who knows, maybe he was lying there because he did not want to draw attention to himself. If he had money, he could just buy food in a store. That is true. Unless he could not because people wouldn't trade with an enemy of the revolution. Why did you help him? He was starving and I know how hunger feels. He was also sentenced for counter-revolutionary activities, which you, as his former employee, you knew very well. I only saw a dirty, lice-ridden poor man. How could I recognize the Baron in him? I'm still not convinced it was him. Are you trying to convince us that you did not recognize a man for whom you worked for so many years? So skinny, missing his hairpiece and rich clothing? He wouldn't have recognized himself. Impossible. Would you have done the same if you knew the identity of the beggar? Criminals have to eat like any other person. He's just a beggar. What harm can he do to France? I agree with her. Can we let her go? I want to let her go. This would be a really bad decision on our part. This would be so much better of a choice than this. Because we have to take this plus this. Like, we lose both of it. It basically goes from here to here, not from here to here, if you know what I mean. Because we would get the other points instead. So, this would be a really bad choice, but it would be justice. Like, she wasn't supporting the counter-revolution. Did you steal it? I took them from Mr. Berthier's table because... So they were not yours? No. So you stole them? Say it. Order, does the defendant admit to some groceries? No, Monsieur Berthier hasn't paid me for the last 2 months. It's him who should be tried for theft. Alright. The fact that you are not getting your salary does not give you permission to steal Citizen Berthier's possessions. You should have come to us. It's his fault that I can't afford bread for myself, not to mention the others too. He can't deduct it from what he owes me. That is the mindset from the former regime. I am entitled to this, they say, and take what they want without thinking of others. But Pierre is no saint either. Yeah, he does not seem like a good person. How long did you work with him? A few years, I don't remember exactly. I was first brought as a kitchen to the child. As a child to the kitchen, sorry. So I had enough time to examine his face, remember it. The Baron never entered the kitchen and were forbidden from going into the rooms. I usually saw him through the window when he was riding his horse to hunt. Did you hear that? He was hunting that big shot. I was saying that if he entered the kitchen when you were working for him, you would not have known who he was. That beggar looked familiar, but I didn't remember why. Ah, we really can't let her go, can we? Screw it. We're all playing to be a good judge, right? We are playing. I remember in the very beginning of this run, I said we're going to vote for what is right, not for the good decision. So even though this might come back to haunt us. If we ever lose, I'm going to name this moment as the defining moment, but I'm going to let her go. I don't believe that she deserves death for giving bread to a beggar. We're letting her go. Oh, please don't make me pay for this too much. Let's go here. Dr. Hugh Buffield was awoken from his slumber by the wife of a townsman. Her husband had fallen ill during supper. The physician took his time before answering the door and refused to see the patient because he was too tired. The woman couldn't find another doctor in time and the husband died. So he's a doctor, but basically he refused to see the patient because he felt a bit tired. I don't think he needs to be killed for that, but it is a crime, I believe. It is a crime. He obviously felt he was too good to save a person. But we can't kill a doctor for that. We still need doctors, right? And if there was prison or if there was stripping of title or something, I would go with it, but I don't think we can kill him for that. We're gonna go like this. Hugo Serve accused his neighbor, Fabien Brasseur, of breaking into a shed in their jointly owned garden. While being detained, Brasseur claimed that the shed belonged to everyone and that Serve had illegally locked it. Investigators asked other inhabitants about the ownership of the shed, but they said they didn't know. We can kill him. He might own the shed. He says it's owned by multiple people, and we only have one person. This is word against word. I can't really execute one for the word of the other. So we're gonna go like this. René Boutin, the cook of a municipality official, Nobel Pasquier, stole 8 kilograms of smoked meat from his master. I wanted to sell some of it and give the rest to my family, explained the accused, who without hesitation confessed to the theft. I can't kill him for stealing, can I? But he has to be punished. He broke the law. Why is there no prison? Oh, yes. Okay, let's go like this. I feel bad killing someone for stealing some meat, but he is the most guilty of them, it feels. Did the defendant confess to the crime? No. Well, yes, like she gave the bread. They want yes here, I'm sure. I'm not sure if they want to hear yes or no here. She never, I mean, she kind of did confess to saying it, but I can't say yes, because then I couldn't have acquitted her. Where did the woman get the food she stole? She admitted stealing it from her employer. How much had the Baron changed since the end of his trial? He had become skinny and grey-haired. How long did Danae work for the Baron? Since she was a child. Go like this. This one they might make a noose for me, but we'll see what happens. The verdict in the case is not guilty. Lead the defendant out. I see how you could believe her explanations, though it is a pity that your intuition was not strong enough for you to see through them. You let a thief go. Are we letting counter-revolutionaries go now? You're an enemy of the people. Stop talking to me like that. Why can't I have hurt you for that? People should not be allowed to talk like that. Yeah, this will come back to haunt us, but we've voted with our conscience. I'm not going to apologize for that. I think we've done the right thing here. I think we've done the right thing, even though it cost us 15 4 points. The rumors that after your intervention in the execution, one of the soldiers was shot for refusing to follow the order of a commander was the very same order you forbade him to carry out, and 2 other soldiers are also to receive corporal punishment. Your discreet alliance with Hario may be in danger. Ah, frick. We didn't even save someone. Because now 3 people are getting murdered for it. As long as I have known you, you never were one for small talk. I believe that actions speak louder than words. What do our actions say about you and I? That we don't allow other people to control our lives. We are in charge of our own destiny. Could you at least reveal where you are from? I can tell you that, just like your brother Bruno, I have also spent some time on the street. My older half-brother kicked me out, and yet I miss him. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be. At least now I'm strong enough to do something about it. That's why I'm giving you Archbishop Goebel's head on a plate. Why? Because he was the one who planned your son's death, and I learned of his deepest secret.
Goebel's father wanted his son to have a military career. His plans changed once Goebel had an illegitimate child. The careless heir was sent to Rome, where he was supposed to study and become a priest. The woman was taken to distant relatives in Paris. Jean-Baptiste learned about it long after he completed his education. Naturally, he did everything he could to move to the capital city. His search for the woman and child were futile. That is his weak point and our chance. We have to find them before he does. Goebel will not make a move if he knows that you have his family.
But he already made a move. Why did Goebel attack me? That's a good question. It overran long and almost did the same to Pash. They were linked, so he must have thought that he would be your next target and decided to send you a message. I will send him one of my own. Tell everyone who has raised a hand to your family, it's the most precious thing you have. This is your best opportunity to attack, as people are blaming the clergy for stirring the rebellion in the Vendée. We've made our family happy. At least that. At least that. Um, I don't know. Everyone's kind of happy with us. We could just work on the statue, I guess. But we don't really need to. Like, the statue's already in a pretty good spot. I'm not happy with our possibilities here, though. I kind of want something that increases her, but she's the only one I can't really increase, except with this. And he's already plus, and he will lose more because it gets divided between the two. So I'm actually losing something if I'm picking this one. And all the others don't favor her, which is kind of bad. So we'll just work on the statue today. She'll probably drop below this, I just realized. Oh no, she didn't. Okay, we got rid of one of the diplomats. You reduce the fervor. They are going here. The bruiser's been arrested. That is nice. But the family is helping, so this is... The hideout has been seized. It will help your opponent. Oh, okay. He is wounded as well. God damn it. He, however, can take this over. Increase your influence over the district. Awesome. You can recover. I'm gonna make him walk this direction. Muscadins are inciting the revolt. Unfortunately, they are both hurt. He's also hurt. He did get rid of one of the diplomats, but he's hurt. The patrol thankfully took care of the enemy bruiser for us. So we'll take this over, but we cannot do anything here. This diplomat will move, and this one will seize that region. That's not good. Let's look at the hideout. Grant immunity. You will be immune to actions of the patrol, or calm the crowd. Lower the ferment sections controlled by you. That's actually not too bad. We could do that. Yeah. Let's lower all the fervor. I like the sound of that. We're getting 7% statue next turn. That's nice. Let's go to the intrigue. Seeing how you dealt with Rollons and the mayor of Paris, Gobert now sees you as a threat. The brothel used to be an important source of income and information for him, and as the mayor, Pache allowed him to control the city. The archbishop himself planned your assassination and arranged the death of your son, forcing both the Rollons and Pache to take part in the crime. We need to succeed 3 times, and we need to succeed 5 times for the bonus. Okay. Denounce his son or embarrass subordinates. The information about the Archbishop's illegitimate child should not be a secret any longer. We need to make sure these rumors reach the ears of Prosecutor Tinville and ordinary Parisians. Or it is time to look for rotten apples in Gobble's orchard. If we reveal the wrongdoings of his subordinates, we will underestimate people's trust in the Archbishop. After the burn in Vendée, the clergy has been under constant attack from people who believe the church to be responsible. Men or Romulan favor, let us use it. We will search the gutters and force a few of the homeless to spread rumors, or they will talk about this girl to several well-connected gambling companions. I like the sound of doing this the most, and here, right now, as the convention deputies must know something. They would not make Gobble's archbishop if they did not have something on him. The threatening of Earth's finest form of priest will help us learn some of Gobble's secrets, and let us not involve strangers in the search. Rommel will personally hunt down those who have wandered from the flock. I like the idea of not involving too many strangers. Alright. Let's end this day. Boom, 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 boom. Today we only have several minor cases to deal with. Okay, you know what? We can do these actually at the end of this episode, so we don't have to go to the next one yet. A 6-year-old Hippolyte René has been harassing his neighbors for quite some time. Recently, he set dogs on a group of children who live in the same building as he does. That was the last straw. Their parents decided to accuse him of assault. He said dogs on children, so he is guilty. Ah, yes. Armand Beltier, a soldier in the National Guard, took a break during a patrol to go to an inn by the river. The locals saw him drinking dark, foreign beer. The owner testifies that Beltier demanded free drinks, threatening that otherwise the owner shall be in trouble. I'm gonna let him go. He's a dick. But can we kill him for this? Let's let him go. 3 youngsters, Martin Barbier, Theon Saunier, and Daniel Duverger, broke into a bakery at night. They stole a big bag of flour, which they later tried to sell in Le Havre. We also mentioned that during the robbery, a window was broken. Am I really executing 3 people here? Are we going to execute 3 people over a bag of flour? No, I can't do that. According to reports, merchant Remy Jacquin bribed the managers of the river port to detain goods belonging to his competitors. That way he was able to sell his own products at higher prices. Parisians had to pay for his crime. That is shady tactics. But killing him for it, I guess we have to. We can't let him go. Marianne Garreau's little boy died, probably as a result of being beaten. When she brought her son to the doctor, the only thing he could do was declare him dead and call for the guard. When investigators inquired about the location of the child's father at the time of the incident, the suspect refused to answer. So either her or her husband beat the child to death. I should give him the father's whereabouts, but if the father was the one that beat the child to death, why wouldn't she tell? So it must have been her, actually. Because she would tell if it would have been, like, she would hate the husband if he had beaten her son to death. So why wouldn't she spill the beans then? And she wouldn't have to be afraid of him because of, well, she would know that he'd get murdered for it. So it must be her, right? Or am I overlooking them? Well, I'm okay with this. Philippe Rodier came home to find his daughter with a lover, Gaston Picard, a soldier a few years older than the girl. The furious father tried to kick the man out of his house. The two struggled. When the girl tried to separate them, she was accidentally pushed down the stairs and broke her neck. Can I kill the soldier? I'm sad that she broke her neck, and I want someone punished, but I can understand the father. Like, he comes home and he sees a soldier with his daughter, and he tries to throw him out, and the soldier doesn't leave. Like, the soldier should have left that very moment, because it's still the father's home, and the father had every right to kick him out of his own house. So I'm not going to kill this father who just lost his daughter because he tried to kick a man out of his house that was defiling his daughter. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to let him go. We're gonna go for this, and it's a tragedy, but I don't think he wanted to kill his daughter for that. So he's hurting enough, I'm sure. Thank you. Even the least powerful deserve justice. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that statement. Go home or go to the gambling den? We're gonna go home. Why would we go to the gambling den? We want to spend some time with our beautiful family. Clean out the attic. Mommy will like that, okay? The attic has grown dusty and cluttered. Matilda has not been very energetic about housekeeping lately. Not that one can blame her. Let the male part of the family roll up their sleeves and clean. Dad does like it. Why are you cleaning the attic, boy? What is wrong with you? How dare you clean the attic? Okay. Everyone in our family loves us right now. That's good, considering that our youngest son is dead and they've completely forgiven us for that. I enjoy that fact. I think that's a good fact. He's taken over this. He's going here. Nice. Thanks for not accusing me. I like it when you don't accuse me of bad things. Oh, I can't flee with him. He's blocked now, but there's a bruiser. They're also fighting. You know what? Let's also fight up here. Let's just fight everywhere. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that? We fight everywhere, and wherever we win, we take. That's the idea, at least. Can we here grant immunity? Wouldn't be bad. How about we denounce and have the patrol arrest the nearest enemy agent? Because that means they will probably arrest him. Even if we lose, he will go. And he should be safe. We can't do both, unfortunately. We need to intrigue. Both of them succeeded. Nice. We only need one more success for this whole thing to work. Let us hope that the rumors stimulate Tinril's imagination enough to make him officially look into Goebel's case. It is important to cast a shadow of doubt on an archbishop to show the deputies who are scared of him that Goebel has a weak point. And time to strike. Let's arrest the dark sheep from the archbishop's flock. There's no need to hide any longer. You should openly challenge him. To do so, however, you will need a shield, the people of Paris. Light a fire in their hearts. Okay, we'll see tomorrow how all of this works out. Go to the next day. And day 4 it is. Oh, there's a lot happening, but we're going to check all of this out at the beginning of the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I think this was a good episode. I think we've kind of recovered from the things that happened, and I'm going to see you in the next episode, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.